I'm Rory. Today I'm going to be going over the last 2 months of my empties, makeup and skincare empties, and I have been project panning and tracking empties. Let's see, I've been project panning since probably 2016, and then I have been tracking my empties in a spreadsheet and kind of keeping yearly total of what my empties and makeup use is for the last 2 years. So I have a pretty good idea of what I use every year. I'm able to do kind of year over year comparisons, but in the recent history I have started actually keeping my empties physically in a bag, like a little like crazy trash hoarder, and I'm here to show you my trash. So strap in, get a little snack, get a drink, and let's talk trash. So these are 2 months worth of empties: January, February, and a tiny bit of March. It is the 8th of March, and I have had a couple empties this month that I've just kind of been throwing in the bag. So let's start pulling things out. First things first, let's do sheet masks. I have 2 Tony Moly sheet masks, one honey mask and one peach mask, and these are just like the sheet masks, super cheap, inexpensive, and I like them a lot, just like kind of as like a self-care thing, just to do a little like something extra before or after a shower, or just, you know, on a random Tuesday night. And I used 2, so that's kind of like 1 per month is usually what I average. And I don't think I have any of these in my closet, but I do have some other like random sheet masks, so don't need to repurchase right now, but I usually wait until they're like on sale and then I'll buy a bunch of them at the same time. That is 2 empties. I have a hair dye empty. This is Lime Crime Unicorn Hair in Cloud, and this is technically a hair tint. But it's very similar to this color. It's kind of like that like purplish blue, and I used this up last month, and I actually just redid my hair and kind of did it like a darker color than this, but very, very similar. It just dyed over the top of it. So I have a bunch of these. I got them on clearance at Ulta, and I bought like 4 or 5 at the same time since I found them on clearance. Let's see. Let's do another hair care one. I have the OGX Argan Oil of Morocco conditioner. And I actually cut this open and scraped it all out to use in a little like travel container. And then I actually, when I was dyeing my hair with this, there was like a tiny little bit left, and so I knew that I had just a little bit of conditioner left, so I mixed them together in a travel bottle, and that was how I used those up. I actually just used the last of that mixture up as the beginning concoction for when I did my hair today. So, you know, it keeps on living, but I was kind of using that as like a color depositing mask, shampoo thing, or I keep on saying shampoo, but conditioner thing. And it's just been a good couple months for like bath empties. So I also had the Tree Hut Vanilla Shea Sugar Scrub. I love these. They're like, I don't know, I don't do like everything showers necessarily because I'm not huge on shaving my legs regularly, but when I do, when I want to feel luxe, when I want to feel like I'm taking a little extra care of myself, I'll do this regardless of if I'm going to shave my legs or not. It's just like nice, especially in the winter when your skin is super dry anyways. This and then lotion afterwards, divine. And I actually have a cherry one, cherry rave in my closet right now, so I need to go put that in my shower so I can start using that one up. but also a really good one to get on sale or, you know, something like that. Have another hair product that I just used up this morning, actually. This is the Dry Bar Triple Sec 3-in-1 Finishing Spray in the Lush scent. I did not realize that there were different scents of this, and I just like started grabbing them during Black Friday. They were buy one get one, I think it was get one free. And these are really expensive. They're like $29, $25. And so I bought two, obviously, because there were only like 4 in the store. I ended up going to a second Ulta because the first one was sold out. And I just grabbed, you know. Didn't look at that tiny little text at the top. And so I like I think it's the Blanc scent, and I might be saying that wrong because I think it's French. That one I feel like smells like gingerbread. This one kind of smells like artificial strawberries, which is fine, but I liked the other one more. And this is just like quite literally holy grail hair product, because for some reason my hair loves this, and it just gives like the tiny littlest bit of oomph that I need without like dousing my hair in hairspray. It's not sticky like hairspray, so it's just like, it's gorgeous. It gives like a tiny extra bit of texture, especially if I put like a pomade in my hair. It just like helps it hold for just a little bit longer. So definitely recommend. They are kind of expensive though, but I've gone through multiple of these since I started using them. And I had another one, the right scent though, in my closet, so I put that in my bathroom already. Yeah, let's see, what else do we have in the box or in the bag? A number 7 Hydroluminous Hydrating Day Gel, another holy grail. I started using this probably last year, and it's kind of expensive. Like, it's not that expensive. Of course, there's always going to be like more expensive face cleansers. It's over in the mass section of Ulta. It's not in the like high-end skincare, but to me it was a little bit expensive, and so I tried to stop using it. I tried to use something else, which is actually in this box bag, and I ended up having to go and purchase this anyways because my skin was just not happy. So I think that this is kind of like my mature skincare moisturizer. I moisturize twice daily using this. I know that this is technically a day gel, but it's, you know, it's got hyaluronic acid, niacinamide, and pollutant shield. So there's not anything that I'm like concerned about it necessarily like using twice daily. And I think that the nighttime one might have retinol, and I just don't use retinol because I'm still pretty young. So unfortunate, it's kind of like unfortunate holy grail, like, you know, the expensive products, sometimes they work. But I have another one of these on the go, and I definitely will be stocking up. I don't want to stock up, but like if I saw it on sale, I would get 2. And it's like very heavy glass, and I love it. Let's talk about what I bought that I ended up having to buy the Hydroluminous. Anyways, this is the Good Molecules Lightweight Daily Moisturizer, facial moisturizer. So I thought that the other one was a little bit expensive, and I was like, let's just try something else. And ooh, new apartment for rent. I just got a notification. That's cute. 1.3 thousand. Oh my god. But it's cheaper than the other ones in my area. It's cheaper than the one I'm in right now, which is kind of crazy. Anyways, slight tangent. Lightweight moisturizer. This did not do it for my skin. I felt like my skin was super dry and tight, and it wasn't even winter when I was using this. This was summer, and yeah, ended up not liking it. Like, tried to use it for 3-4 days, and my skin was just not. I was like going back into the bathroom and like slathering this on like twice in an evening, and I was like, this is just ridiculous. So I, went and bought the other one, and I was like, okay, well, I guess I'll just use this as a lotion. So I put it on my bedside table, used it as a hand lotion, and there's just air in it right now. Oh, it's gonna prove me wrong, because I've been flinging it around. But, it's getting to that point where, like, you can't really, like, moisturize everything you need to moisturize. And of course it's gonna prove me wrong now, which is like always the case when you have a moisturizer that you're like panning. You're like, it's done finally, and then just for it to like settle more after you decide that you're done. So I'll put a little bit on right now, but lightweight. It's like $7. I usually like Good Molecules, like their serums and stuff. But I just didn't enjoy this product too much. It works much better as like a daily like hand cream or something. Oh my gosh, like it's actually kind of crazy how much product is coming out after I was like, this is done. Okay, well, that's another little dollop. I'll just pop that over there. Let's see, what else? Okay, we've got a couple more big things and then some declutters. So I have 2 scent wax melts. These are both from the Target brand. Tangerine ginger and lavender and eucalyptus. They were both fine. I think I liked the lavender a little bit better. But honestly pretty strong. And my wax melter, you kind of have to put like 3 in at a time for you to like have like a good wax coverage in the pot. So I just felt like it was very strong. Like I could kind of have it melt and then I almost instantly wanted to turn it off because the scent throw was so strong and there's not a lot of airflow through my like main living area. And so liked them, but honestly I would rather try some like indie ones, maybe on Etsy and stuff. And one of my friends actually got me some Taylor Swift scented like inspired wax melts for Christmas. So I need to try those out, but I kind of wanted to get through all of my like Target ones first. So excited to use those though. And then let's talk declutters. Oh, wait, no. I have one more empty. This is the NYX Fat Oil Slick Click, or Slick Click Fat Oil. This is kind of like, that Tarte, like, maracuja, lip formula. I'll put a tiny bit on with my finger. And I probably just ended up taking off more lip than anything, but this is like kind of like a brown, oh my god, I just dropped it. Kind of like a brown, like glossy lip. You can kind of see it there. Very, very light coverage. It can be a little bit messy to apply because for some reason, like, even if you like click out the right amount, it would like get on the sides and everything. It was just gross. Like, you could clean it off and then it'd get gross like a day later. And I was just like keeping this in my bag, wearing it at work. I find that like these little like clicky products work great for at work because you can just kind of like put them on, rub your lips, and they look great, versus like, like a bullet lipstick where you're kind of like, let me dab this on in the mirror and it might wear weird and stuff. But liked it. I don't think I would buy it. I got this for free, but I don't think I would buy it. And the clicker, it wouldn't really click more earlier. Yeah, and it's not clicking up anymore. But it's much louder than the Tarte ones. And I like the Tarte formula better. So I would just buy the Tarte ones. Also, this is like oddly sweet, like kind of like sweet tarts smelling. So there's that. Also, let's see. Let's do other lip products. So now we're into the declutter section, and I just want to put out a disclaimer. These declutters are for 3 main reasons. I had an eye infection in January and February that I had to go to the doctor for, And prior to going to the doctor, I was like freaking out, thinking it was my makeup, maybe it was like eyeliner, old eyeshadow, I don't know. So I ended up decluttering a bunch of stuff while I was trying to figure out why I had an eye infection. And then I went to the doctor and they were like, it wasn't your makeup because it was only one eye. We're going to give you some antibiotics. Cleared it up right away. So that was the first reason. And then like after I had thrown the things in the bag, I was like, I'm not gonna take them back out. Like, honestly, if they were old enough that I was like worried that they were gonna give me an eye infection, maybe I shouldn't be using them. Two, I decided to do a little lipstick declutter this month just because like season's changing. I'm trying to like pare back my collection and there's just some things that I don't wear. And I would love to be able to have all of my lipsticks in my purse at all times because I feel like that's the only time I really wear lipsticks is when I'm like getting out of my car or going up to work for the first thing in the morning is when I put on lipstick. And so if it's not in my purse, it's not getting used. Well, if it's not, and then there's, you know, double-edged sword, if it's not the right color for work or for going out, is it getting used? If it's sitting at home, is it getting used? If I have space for it, etc. And then third thing that I'm decluttering right now is some eyeshadow. Some old eyeshadow that during that process of me having the eye infection, I was like, maybe this is causing the eye infection. And then I just kind of like had fiddled around with some stuff. And I was like, finally, I was like, anything that I got in high school or early college, I need to get rid of. And I'm 23 right now. I've been out of college for like 2.5 years, 3 years. I was like, anything that I got in college probably is getting to the point that I need to start evaluating. So anyways, long story short, let's get into the products. Lips first. This is the Rick and Morty Glam Light Holographic Rick lip gloss. This I haven't had for a long time, but I got it at TJ Maxx. And, you know, TJ Maxx, that's where makeup goes to die. I bought it because I wanted the packaging. I really didn't care about the lip colors. It's cute, you know, but it does smell bad. And I don't wear it ever. So it's just kind of like I have the packaging. I have the packaging on my desk and stuff. I like it. It's cute. Honestly, I'm fine with having bought it for $10 just for the box. And this, it's fine. I don't need it. I will never wear it. Let's see, what else? NYX Smooth Whip Matte Lip Cream in the shade Berry Bed Sheets. This is another one that I've had for a long time. I don't wear. It's cute, right? Like, that is definitely up my alley. I like a good purple lip. I like a good berry lip. But, oh my god. One, it's matte. So, like, realistically, do I wear it that much? No. Two, the color like this is cute. When it dries down and it wears off, or you wipe it off because you're done wearing it, stains your lips bright freaking pink. Like, bright pink, like this color pink, and that's not the right look, you know? Like, I can get away with wearing that to work. Can I get away with wearing like a neon pink to work? No. And it doesn't look right, so anyways. It's also just getting a little bit old. Speaking of getting old, I have a Sephora brand Rouge Cream in R04. This is a red lipstick, like kind of like a red orange lipstick. You know, it's kind of cute. Oh my gosh, I've got water on my lip. Gross. I'm gonna edit myself drinking water out, but of course there's always like the evidence of it afterwards. Anyways, I don't think I've really, like, you know, it's a mini. I've definitely done some damage on it throughout the years, but like quite literally, I've had this since high school, and that's, you know, I still have it, obviously. I don't wear red very often. If I'm going to wear red, like, I'm gonna go all out with the red, right? Like, it's gonna be red lip eyeliner. That's it. And I have this, like, NYX XXL lip lingerie. It's like a matte red. That red, it does not budge. And if I'm gonna wear a red lipstick, it's fine. I'm gonna wear a matte lip. Like, I don't care. This is cute to, like, tap on your lips or whatever, but it's just like, I don't wear it, and I don't really have, like, a place for it, since I have that other red that, like, if I'm going to wear red, I would rather wear that. So that's going. And then I have two I Meme mystery lip paints, and I don't know the shade names because they're in Korean. So Memebox / I Meme is owned by the same. I Meme is owned by Memebox, which is the parent company of Kaja Beauty, if you're familiar with that, at Sephora. And I got these back when I was working at JCPenney. Wanted to just, like, try something when we were rolling out that new beauty line. And so those are the two right there. They're very, very similar. Matte lip, kind of like a, like, you can kind of wear them, like, sheared out a little bit. But they kind of pill a little bit. They can really, like, sink into fine lines. And I don't know. I've had them for a couple years, and they don't get worn. The packaging is, like, it looks fine, but I can definitely tell that, like, it's kind of dirty. And so it kind of, like, puts me off from using them a little bit. So that's done. I don't really have a lot of room in my life for matte lipsticks on the day-to-day. What else did I declutter this month? You know, it's always unfortunate when I have declutters, but it just seems like every month I do. And that's because I have such a large makeup collection. So, you know, I try to only declutter things that are old. I try to make things work for me, but, yeah. Let's see. We'll do the eye pencils, eyeliners. So I have two NYX Epic Ink Liner in the shade black. They're both, like, still technically fine. Like, I think I could probably write with both of them. You know, they're starting to dry out a little bit, but they're both technically fine. But when I was, like, going through and I was like, my eyeliner, is that causing my eye issues? I got rid of them. And, you know, once something goes in the bag, it doesn't need to come out. I have another eyeliner. I have so many other eyeliners. It's fine. It can go. Unfortunate declutters that I do think were maybe, like, irritating my eye are these Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On lip or eye pencils. They have lip pencils that look just like this. First one, Viper. This is purple shade right there. The packaging, it's, like, separated from the wood, which is causing it to dry out and not sharpen well, and, you know, all that fun shit. We're gonna, like, put some of this back in the bag because I don't want it to get on my floor, get in the carpet. So, you know, there's that. Same deal with this one in Demolition, which is a brown. I did like that brown, but it did also start separating from the packaging. And then this one, Roxy, which is like a blue. That one, like, you know, like, I use it, but, like, do I use it? The purple one I used a lot. So, you know, I was sad. I was like, I don't want to, like, get rid of those because I like them, but also, like, they're definitely, like, the older pencils in my collection. And I kind of had so many eye pencils that I was like, how can I even use all of these, you know, when you get to that point? And I was just like, you know, out with old. Let's try and minimize so that you can actually use the other ones that you have. Yeah. Anyways, other thing that I'm decluttering is some eyeshadow this month. So yeah, unfortunate there, but I'm getting rid of my Baby Yoda palette. Technically this is called Star Wars The Mandalorian, the Child Pressed Powder Palette. Mine looks a little funky because not only have I rearranged it, but that shade does not belong to this palette. That belongs to another color palette. But, you know, I'm just, let's say hi. Hi. I'm just kind of, I wanted to, I thought about panning this. So I had like started, you know, really getting in there. You can kind of see some good dips on there. I'm like, oh, I might hit pan. And then I was like dealing with the eye infection, and I was like, maybe this is causing it. You know, I was freaking out because it was happening for like 2 months before I went to the doctor, which, you know, is stupid. But like one day my eye like just like puffed up, and I was like, okay, it's time to go to the doctor. Like, this is not taking care of itself. And like, you know, the previous times it was less. But I think with this, like, it served its purpose. It's had its moment. I have other green eyeshadows, but also like, I feel like a lot of the time when I use this palette, I don't really like how my makeup looks. And I think that the greens kind of overpower and like really bring out the red tones in my face. And I don't know, I'm just not gravitating towards it anymore, and it's on the older side. Definitely like an early college purchase for me, and I kind of feel like it's time to move on. Which, you know, I feel bad because like anytime I've tried to do a pan that palette recently, I'm like, declutter, which, you know, is also like, I'm like choosing older things to do the pan that palette, but whatever. My sock is bothering my foot. Why is my sock bothering my foot? Anyways, I'm just gonna do this one without one sock. And then I'm not gonna declutter the Z palette, but I am decluttering the other eyeshadows that are in here. These are 5 eyeshadows from high school, all from high school, early high school. And let's see, these 4 are ColourPop, and then this one is like an indie one. Obviously I have some pan on here. I love this eyeshadow. I think that one's like Tea Garden, maybe? Yeah, Tea Garden. Absolutely love that eyeshadow. It's so pretty. Like, quite literally like my signature shade back in high school. Like, I would wear that all the freaking time. I'm surprised that I never hit pan over the years. And you know, like, the shadow is still okay, but like, it's definitely lost some of its luster, it's lost some of its shine, and definitely like doesn't have the staying power. Like, if I were to put it on right now, like, it would last like 3 hours, you know. It's not I'm gonna wipe that eyeshadow on my sock. The sock that's not on. And eyeshadows from high school, they need to go. So into the bag they go. There's pan on that one. Obviously a ton of pan on that one. That is like one of the oldest eyeshadows in my collection. And I would love you and have another Z palette. Honestly, like a while ago, I had moved a lot of my eyeshadows into Z palettes, so I have a bunch of these sitting around, and really I have like 5 or 6 like kind of like special shades that are in Z palettes right now, but I don't have a lot, and I've kind of been like not vibing with eyeshadow as much. Just, I think the last 2 months having that eye infection going on, I'm just like not feeling eyeshadow, and I'm being very gentle with my eyes right now, so trying to do like 1-2 shadow looks and maybe a little bit of eyeliner, that sort of thing. But anyways, I can talk makeup for hours, but those were my empties for January, February, and a little bit of March, and declutters. So overall, I think I'm at around like $250 right now as far as like value. And then I also just want to talk about briefly my purchases for the year, which just gonna go into that. I'm trying to do kind of like a low buy year. My overall goal is maybe to, I'm gonna see how little I can purchase slash how low I can get in my stash before I need to like do a big shop. And also like secondarily, I have the Ulta credit card, so like I get points for purchasing stuff outside of Ulta. Obviously I get like double points when I'm at Ulta, but I get a point for every like $3 I spend, and I just put everything on that card. And like I have another card for emergencies and stuff, you know, like if I need to spread out expenses for the month. But like in general, I put most of my like expenses for the month on the Ulta card, so I get like a couple hundred points every month. And so, you know, I have like 2,000 some points, like 2,500 points right now. So I have enough that I could go like do a haul right now. But I'm kind of like wondering like if I were to only shop with points, could I do it? Like I'm diamond right now, or I'm plat. I don't know, whatever the highest tier is. So like could I do it? Because my points don't expire. Anyways, tangent. So far this year, what I've purchased is the number 7 Hydroluminous Gel because I ran out. So that was no backups, and I was at Ulta for a haircut, so I didn't go just for that. I went for a haircut and then got it there. I bought 3 face masks at Target because I thought I was going to do them with friends, and then we didn't end up doing that. And then in February, I bought some Neutrogena face wipes because my reasoning was going to Subtronics and wanted to wipe off glitter. So I wear like body and face glitter when I'm at raves, and I don't know about you, but I don't like having to wash glitter off. Like I would love to just take a little makeup wipe and like you can just swipe that stuff off, and then it doesn't get in your eyes, it doesn't get all over your face. You can kind of like, you know, wipe it off, you know, if you have it on your arms, you can, anyways, makeup wipes. So realistically this month or this year for purchases, I have spent under $40, which I think is amazing. I am, after this month, I'm kind of to the point where I'm like, okay, some categories I have like 1 backup, or I like just opened a new product. Some I am now like down to like 0 backups. And so I'm kind of wondering like how long I can go without buying anything. But I may also have a little treat myself moment. I would really like to buy everything like kind of in one fell swoop. I just don't know if it'll all happen. I'm kind of getting that itch. So I am going to get my brows done tomorrow. So I might take a gift card with me. I just like found a gift card this morning, and I was like, maybe I'll do a little treat, but I don't know what the little treat would be, you know, like I have everything. So I need to think on that. I'll try to be strong, but anyways, that was my empties. Have a great one.